Manny Rico recruits Mexican fruit pickers to work here in Ventura County in Southern California.
Carrying a 65-pound bag for 8 hours, it's hard. And it seems to be a trend, too, that the younger kids from Mexico don't want to do this type of work either.
Limonera Company runs citrus farms that depend on that labor. In the past 2 years in Ventura County alone, about 100,000 boxes of their fruit have gone bad before they could pick it, a loss of between $2 to $4 million.
It has been a race against time because we haven't had the ability to import temporary workers. Now we have been able, due to some relaxation in the state of California, to utilize H-2A, temporary guest worker program, and we've just started on that, but it's a very complex, very burdensome.
From 2012 to 2016, the number of H-2A agricultural temporary visas granted nearly doubled to more than 165,000. There's no cap, which has led a bipartisan group of U.S. senators to push for limits out of fears that it's depressing U.S. wages for farm workers.
These are politicians who don't know which end is up. I'm bringing in strawberry workers under H-2A to fill the gap for $20 an hour strawberry picking jobs. If for some reason someone decided to do away with the H-2A program, we would devastate American agriculture.
Last year, Scaroni's company employed more than 6,000 agriculture workers, around 75% of them under the H-2A program. 40-year-old Francisco Antonio from Mexico has been coming to Monterey County, California under the H-2A for a decade. He's married with 5 children and spends 8 months a year here, starting work at 2 in the morning.
Before, I didn't have a job, and with God's blessings, I find myself here working with them. You have to care for your job more than anything.
But the H-2A visa process is far from perfect. Scaroni says he has to work with 6 government agencies just to get an application approved. Furthermore, he's having difficulty in getting permits to build housing, which is required under H-2A rules. And negative stereotypes lumping these workers in with criminals, which he says is completely false, only makes matters worse.
Joe Gunter, the mayor of Salinas, the largest farming community in Monterey County, says officials just approved building a 75-unit structure to house 300 workers, but that it's only a start.
I know that we have a shortage of workers here. I know that good food that could feed families is being plowed under. We need to make it so that if people want to come here and work, they can do it. There should be a way to make their status while they're here workable versus them being snuck in by illegal people, treating them poorly, ripping them off.
The American public needs to decide, do you want your fresh fruits and vegetables harvested by migrants in America, or do you want your fresh fruits and vegetables harvested by migrants in a third world country? It's a decision the American public and our government needs to decide. We need to decide pretty quick.
Scaroni is pushing for common sense reforms to make the H-2A system more efficient, since time is of the essence for an industry where produce cannot afford to be picked late. Mark New, CGTN, Salinas, California.